And thanks to our speakers and moderators. We've covered a lot of ground this morning. We heard about the vital science at work, the need to prevent sparks from becoming forest fires, the passion of the anti-vaccination movement, and the work in this state and beyond to educate on the science and to change people's minds. And as Paul Offit just said, the need to be passionate and prescriptive in the face of a clear and present danger. We heard the stunning story from Minneapolis where the Department of Health and the imams came together to tackle the measles outbreak and managed to bridge science and faith. And another memorable story from Dr. Penny Heaton of that 3-year-old girl in Kisumu, Kenya, in a crib in a concrete hospital with no electricity in her room, just a ray of sunlight streaming in. And Dr. Heaton told us about watching that child's respiratory rate dropped to 0 as she died, and it was of measles, apparently, even though her mother, when she was just 1 year old, had walked 12 miles to get that child a vaccination, but couldn't because robbers had taken all the measles vaccine from the clinic. And so she, like so many, was left incredibly vulnerable. I think this morning was a very rich and meaningful conversation, and it's proof that this is a consequential conversation that needs to be had, whether around the world or right here in Pennsylvania. And it's a story that we will continue to follow with great interest and attention. I want to thank our friends at Pharma for making this conversation possible. And mostly I want to thank you. I know your time is probably the most precious thing that any of you have, and so we're enormously grateful that you spent so much of it with us. You've been a wonderful audience. I have one last request before you go. In your chairs or on your tables when you arrive, there was a small survey. You'll also get an email from me, if you haven't already, which is just asking for your feedback. What you have to tell us is enormously important to us because it informs everything we do. So thank you for taking the time to do that. Thank you for coming here today. We hope to see you again and have a wonderful rest of your day.